Hey guys, it's Wahima.
And it's Chris.
Yeah, we messed that up. Here we go. One more time. Just kidding. Hey guys, welcome to Say What with Wah.
And Chris. Hello. What? Hi.
Hi, we're here. We made it. It happened. It was down to the wire. To the wire. To the limit. To the wall.
Well, you
for a chance to be with you.
Well, if you were in real life with me, you'd be used to me putting on lipstick at the very last moment.
Yeah, the very last moment. Hi, guys. Welcome. We see 12 people in the room right now. So as normal. Oh, there's feedback. Does anyone hear that feedback?
I do not, but.
Okay, great. As normal, we're not going to get started until about 5 minutes in. So if you guys are watching this not live, go on ahead and just skip to 5 minutes, and then we're going to get started. So this is just the opportunity for people to come into the room, for us to make any last minute changes.
Oh, like a new co-host? Are you going to be like, Chris, you're out of here?
No. Oh yeah, that kind of last minute changes. Yes, just in case I get like annoyed with Chris's behavior as my co-host. I'm going to put on my necklace that I meant to put on. Prepping for this is a lot, you guys. I hope you just know that it isn't just like sitting down, you know, it's more of like getting all the pictures together, having the conversation about what we're going to talk about. So putting on jewelry, because that's important.
We talk about what are you putting on? It's a little pretty snake necklace, right? Where'd you get it from? What's the tip?
It's Shein, and it probably cost me $1.99. So at any moment it's going to break. And then I also have this Garifuna flag on the shape of Belize on a chain that I just purchased today.
Oh, for Ryan?
I just purchased yesterday, but I got in today. And so let's go to the comments and see what our people. Oh, Shunny Poo TV, Nicole Taylor. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We've got the moderators, Lindsay J in the room. We've got our day ones, Hot Cocoa Bang Bang.
Oh, Wall just left, honey. You know what? Sometimes that's what happens in a technical situation. Honey, she was telling you who she was, and she was just like, bye. Anyway, yeah, we got the people in the room except for Wall. So this is now this is my show. No, she's back.
I don't know what happened. I was looking about it. I don't know what happened. Guys, if you were wondering about this wig, this is the exact same wig that, remember the one that was straight? The one that I like would pull to the side and braid? The one that I had on last episode and all the episodes thus far? Yeah. I curled it. And I put on perm rods, and this is the outcome. So now it's like giving me a little bit more action. So I think what I'm going to do is possibly buy another one from my cousin so I can have a straight one. And then I have this one. And I did this myself. It's a little shabby, but I'm okay with it.
Now, because I watch your Instagram stories, you're welcome. I noticed that you gave full high bangs to another one of your wigs. So how do you feel about that?
No, that one already had bangs, and the bangs were accosting me.
You definitely cut them.
I cut them because they were literally accosting my eyeballs. Like they were just in my eyeballs, and I didn't know what to do. So yeah, let me sit up, get some pillows behind me. You know, that last minute kind of stuff. Get a little closer to the camera so you guys can see what I'm working with here.
Okay, that's sensual. That's intimate. Very intimate. Yeah, no.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi.
We have a whole agenda for you guys. We're not just killing time, even though now it's 4 minutes and 20. This is all part of our plan to get people in the room. Like even if we're leaving for that moment, like that's a whole bit that we planned. Ha ha ha, we fooled you.
Nicole Taylor, thank you so much for the like on Facebook. Whew. Okay, we've got 44 people in the room, and we're going to get started in a couple of seconds. Aspasia, I feel like each of your wigs will have their own personalities. I mean, I'm trying to be a wig girl now. Like, I just have to give into the fact that my hair is not going to grow in the way that I want it to grow. And so now I just need to get wigs. I'm also going to start a regimen of blue magic. You know what I'm saying? Some old school grease that I'm going to be putting in my hair. And here we go. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Say What with Waht
and Chris.
Again. So, again, she misses the cue.
No, I did it perfectly. What was I doing that?
Oh, what did you say?
I thought I was good, honey. I thought it was good.
All right, you guys, let's jump right into what we are talking about today. First on the docket, we actually have Little Nas X because everyone has been talking about it. And so I feel like we should be talking about it. So this is a two-parter, this Little Nas X. Little Nas X. So the first thing is we're going to talk about
great pictures.
This new video that he put out. It is called "Call Me by Your Name," or call me by your name, or call you by my name.
Call me by my number.
Something, but in parentheses, it's Montero, which is his name, right? So backstory is Little Nas X is a queer Black male who came out after the success of his highly coveted single Old Town Road.
I'm gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road. I'm gonna ride till just in case they don't know that song, while we have to give them context.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you sing it. Go ahead, one more time. Go.
I'm gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Wasn't that sexy the way I've been grinding? Doesn't that sound like a sexy country man?
I think he did have a sexy country man singing that. He had some country man singing it. He did the other part.
You know who it is? It's Billy Ray fucking Cyrus.
Miley's daddy?
Yeah, Miley, and the other one's daddy. Noel Cyrus, who, by the way, is supposedly dating, ready for it, Demi Lovato.
Oh. The plot twist. Okay.
Honey, it's all in the pop music realm. We're getting swept into it.
Okay. So, anywho, the drama with that is that Little Nas X came out with his new music video. And right after Old Town Road, he came out as gay or as queer. And he is a master of Twitter. He has his Twitter fingers, memes, ready to go. Mm-hmm. So he drops this video this last weekend where he is listen, I'm standing all of these looks. He's serving all types of realness. He's giving me Kobe, my man from
what?
You've never seen Fifth Element with Chris Tucker?
Yes. Oh,
so in the Fifth Element, Chris Tucker plays a character who is non-gender conforming, androgynous individual. Yes. And so this blue situation that he's got going on is giving me
you're going you're going right to left. Sorry, yeah. I thought you were talking about the other one, my love. Sorry. Yes, I can see that now.
And then he has another, this other one with these long braids and the baby hairs. It is just, he's serving. He's giving me Miss Simone from RuPaul's Drag Race. He serves so many looks in this music video. It is out of control. And every look, I'm this could hit the runway. And it's tens across the board.
Honey, the left one specifically is almost a little dirty Xtina, you know? It looks because those pants almost look like chaps with the underwear underneath and those pink braids, you know? Yes. And now that I can see, I'm so sorry. I was looking at the Xtina one when you were saying the Chris Tucker thing. And now that you said it was such a good reference because that is perfectly who that is. A little bit of that also, it's also giving me, you said this RuPaul Drag Race, but specifically Bob the Drag Queen a little bit in that one.
He's also giving me Baps. I'm seeing a real Halle Berry in Baps. I'm seeing black hair shows. I'm just seeing that he's serving the girls' looks and I'm standing all of it, right? So that was controversial because he just came out and he was listen, I'm doing it all, right? And the girls were here for it. Then Miss Nas X had a whole thing where he went down to hell and did a lap dance with the devil. I'm getting the picture right now.
He rode down a pole, honey, like slid down a pole, like, yeah, and then lands on this. Oh, I always forget which way. Hi.
Girl.
Honey, let's look at this. First of all, this is crazy and so symbolic. And I just want to ask you this, Waht, because this might be a dumb question. Is he also playing the devil?
I don't know if he's playing the devil or not. I have no actual
People said
idea.
He's also playing the devil, which I can't tell if that's true, but look at the bottom lip and look at the nose on the devil and him.
I mean, the devil has so much prosthetics on that I have just no idea.
I know. So just look at the bottom lip with the curvature right there.
Yeah. So he does this whole thing. And so, you know, he was raised, I guess, in the Black church. And he talks about how
where are you going?
Okay. Like, you know, growing up, he felt very, very ostracized by the Black church, them telling him that he was wrong and that he was going to go to hell. So he decides that he is going to just show them what it's like if he were to go to hell and what would happen. And at the end of this scene, he ends up taking the devil, he ends up snapping the devil's neck and then taking the horns that the devil is wearing and putting it on, right? So the grannies were outraged. You know what I'm saying? The aunties were pissed. And let me go close my door. You guys didn't see this, hopefully, but my dog just busted in and attacked me.
I wonder what had happened because you just like, you like had moved away from the mic. I couldn't see your face, but I want you to bring Charlie so bad. I know you're bringing Charlie away, but would you consider, I know you're like not going to do it, but would you consider us seeing Charlie?
No.
I guess not, huh? She's not as potty trained, and that's why. And I understand why I didn't put in the spot. But this is and I think that also another thing besides that is that for some reason kids really took to that Old Town Road song. Like that song was a hit, specifically like kids loved it, you know, like, oh, hi. And so there were tweets being like, he should take that into consideration. And then he tweeted back like, Old Town Road talks about me drinking lean. So if your kid listened to that, that's on you. Him basically being like, I'm going to do what I want to do. Don't tell me what I should do as an artist. And he wants to like leave his imprint. It's obviously very ballsy. Listen, having religious imagery and making a statement and using religious imagery with sexual themes in pop music is not a new thing in music videos. We've, you know, like this is how Madonna, you know, pushed the boundary, honey, like a billion years ago, you know? So I think that I think that we're talking about it. And I think that, like don't make your kids listen to Lil Nas X now. I mean, you know, like, sorry, honey, like don't do it, you know, don't do it.
So also the pushback is that, you know, he was just saying like, I've been feeling shitty about myself and the vitriol that I've gotten and being told I was going to go to hell. And so like, whatever. And I support him in that because I have no idea what it's like to be a queer person in the Black church specifically. And listen, let me tell you about my experience. In my church, all of the gays sat in the front pew. So as a 12-year-old, as a 13-year-old, as a 16-year-old, I knew that these men were gay. And then one day I found out that they weren't. And I was shooketh. I was like, I was so shocked that they were living. But to me, they were clearly homosexual. So that's when I realized that it wasn't safe to be queer in the Black church, right?
Can I ask a question? Uh-huh. Can I ask a question? Follow-up question? Now, how did you find out? Like, was like a question your dad like, well, then like.
No, what happened is that we had this new pastor. So my old pastor was pretty liberal. And while he did not necessarily say that he condones homosexuality, but he said all are welcome no matter what. And when we got a new pastor, and it was Prop 22 in California back in the day, and the new pastor was like, we don't support Prop 22, the gays stood up. I mean, it was like literally they were sitting in the front row. It was like 3 of them. And they clapped. And I was like, oh, he's like that. You know, that one man who had that whole thing where he's like, I'm not gays no more. You know that? It was like that. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, all right. I understand. So like I said, I don't know what it's like And so to me, expression of freedom and expression of who you are and finally getting to a place where you love somebody is wonderful for me. Now, phase 2, he took it to another level. I mean, this man planned this whole thing out. He worked with a company. I think they're called Mischief, but it's spelled differently. A company he partnered with who buys Nikes and then they revamp the Nikes. They like customize them and then they sell them. So he sold them he only bought 666 pairs, 666. They have like a bottle of blood on them.
Not a bottle, like a drop.
Like a drop of blood. As
what if you
well,
have a whole bottle. What if you have a whole bottle of blood in your shoes? Wow, but okay, God bless you.
And a pentagram. So here is the promo for it.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And Luke, I don't know what Luke 10:18 is.
It says something about Satan. It's like it says something.
I figured it wasn't going to be like, oh, who come in the name of the Lord shall be whatever, like given the all the earth, whatever. I don't know. That's not a real one. I'm sorry. I went to Catholic school my whole life. You wouldn't know.
That's crazy that you went to Catholic school your whole life and you don't know.
10:18. Just like, what is that exact verse? Or just like any verse?
I mean, you went to that. So look, this is what it says. I just looked it up. It says, he replied, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven and said unto them, I beheld Satan as a lightning fall from heaven. So it's basically just like Satan falling from heaven is what it is. So he dropped this and then Nike sued because Nike was like, But it's so interesting because the headline said Nike sues Little Nas X, but they're not suing Little Nas X. They're suing Mischief.
Yeah, in conjunction, they have like a thing. And they, by the way, update is they won the injunction. They cannot sell those shoes, which I mean, yeah, you can't.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. You can't with the Nike logo on it. Like, I don't understand why you didn't have what's worse, have the decency to like not have the logo, or like if you're doing other things, like change the logo into a pentagon. I mean, I don't even know what you can do. I mean, listen, would you? Well, I have a great question for you.
I'm ready.
I hope you know these shoes, and if you don't, then I think you do though. Do you know what the Yeezy Air looks like? Those Yeezy Air ones with the weird things.
They look like aliens shoes.
Yeah. Like the new ones that like look like they're like foam running shoes. They have. Would you rather wear those or the devil shoes?
Devil shoes.
Oh my God, I pick Yeezys. I pick Yeezys for sure.
Yeah, because I don't believe like even when I was a Christian, I did not believe in the devil. I thought of the devil as it being. I thought of the entire Bible as being a fable. As being an entire metaphor. Like even as a deeply rooted Christian, I was like, oh, this can't be real. Like this is not this isn't literal. As a 12-year-old, I read it and I was like, this is not literal because it doesn't make any sense. This is not literal. So I've never actually believed in the devil, which is why as a Christian, I was like intrigued by The Exorcist and like different things like that. Cause I thought it was just like lore or whatever. And it's like, and evil never triumphs in any of these movies, right? Like evil never triumphs. So it's not like it's not like I was like, oh yeah, evil does triumph. I'm excited about that. Like, no, it's just like, there's always the Catholics or the Christians come to the rescue and they figure it out. So to me, it never was real. It's like witches. It's like Harry Potter. People who don't want have their kids watch Harry Potter. Like it's all the same thing to me. It's like just it's not real.
I'll be honest, I picked the Yeezys mostly because of the aesthetic. You picked. I mean, I actually like the way they look better than those black ones. Anyway.
Oh, I don't like the way the Yeezys look at all. Anywho. Yeah, so that has been a huge controversy. And from that, Little Nas X has actually just been trolling the internet. He is like the biggest troll. His career is, and the way he sells and the way he markets his stuff is from a place of a troll. He's like, I'm gonna put my art out. And if you don't like it, I'm gonna push it even further. And I support that. I think his whole collaboration with these shoes is him trolling. Like, I don't think he expected anybody to buy them. I don't think that he is like, like, yes, buy my shoes. Like, I think he's just like, let's just do this. It'll get the girls upset. And the girls were mad. And the whole idea that people were like, my kid watches you, you need to be responsible. I don't agree with that at all. I think it's the parents' job to monitor what their kids watch and to really pay attention to all that, especially if you are 100% like conservative in whatever views you have. It is up to the parent to monitor what their kids do. My parents monitored what I did. My parents monitored what I listened to. I mean, it's a different time when I was little. It was like typewriters, you know what I'm saying? There was no internet, but I think they just need to monitor that. So that's my opinion on that, my opinion. All right. What are the people saying? I mean, the people are having a whole other conversation by themselves. So
they don't like them. No, they don't like them. And they say that you can sell shoes. That's what they're saying.
Oh, Teresa Lee says something's off about him. And I don't know.
Will you guys thumbs up this video if you haven't yet? That would be really, really awesome. Guess what? I made a song about it and we love to sing. And so it's a weird thing that I would make a song and we both love to sing.
Do it.
Why? Look at Waht right now with this hair and this mic. I mean, she's ready to sing. I like, too bad I don't have a mic because I feel like if I had a mic, half of this live would be us singing. Do you understand that?
I'll sing it. Thumbs it up.
Thumbs it up. I'm singing with you.
Oh, I thought we were gonna switch off. We didn't plan this, guys. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thumbs it up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thumbs it up. Like, what? Are you insane? Who counts to 4? Are you? It's so weird.
Whatever. Okay.
You
sing it. Go.
Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Sing it with me right now, bitch. Thumbs it up.
I said thumbs it up.
Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs, big finish. Thumbs it up.
Where's my sound maker?
Wow.
I failed this time. Thank you guys so much for showing your support. We have got 89 people watching. And we've got one person on Facebook. Hey, Facebook. Oh, they just left. So I guess.
Bye, Facebook.
Hot Cocoa Bang Bang says, this is a mess and I love it. We'll get it together, Hot Cocoa Bang Bang. Don't worry about it. Okay. Shall we move on?
Sure.
Okay. So the next thing we're going to talk about is Jen Shah, because everybody's talking about Jen Shah. So we should talk about
Everyone's
Jen Shah.
talking about.
So let me tell you about it. Jen Shah is I'm going to just say Polynesian because I'm not sure if she's Tongan, Hawaiian, or Samoan. She is a woman who lives in Salt Lake City. She's a part of the Real Housewife franchise of Salt Lake City. She's married to I think a college coach, basketball coach. She's got 2 sons, and she's just like the most over-the-top, wealthy, like Salt Lake Cityan woman ever. I don't know that she's Mormon, but she's definitely known on the scene in Salt Lake City. So this woman loves to flaunt her money. Okay. She is not ashamed of it. She shows it at any given moment and at all times. It turns out that recently her and her assistant were arrested by the FBI for fraud. They were scamming people that were 55 and over. They were charged with conspiracy for wire fraud and conspiracy to commit money laundering. They were released without bail, which is like indicative of her, status in life. And she was told that she could not be involved in these are the stipulations of her being released without bail. She needs to stay in Salt Lake City. She is to be around no more telemarketing or anything like that. So she needs to keep her nostrils, clean. And the first thing I want to say is, I feel like the filler that this woman has used in her face has caused the shape of her face to be something other than I think what she intended.
Okay, we can talk about all of it.
Okay.
First of all, can I just say we got a super chat? So I want to say thank you so much to Scorpio, honey. Scorpio, who gives us all of the 90-day porn. We love you so much, Scorpio.
I'm going to find my noisemaker.
Scorpio is badass, and Clubhouse land, Scorpio reigns, honey, is like a 90-day know-it-all. She like traverses through Reddit and gives us all of the steamy nudes of all of the 90-day peripheral and regular cast members. And you don't even know what's out there. Oh.
Thank you for that super chat, Scorpio.
So we love you so much. Thank you so much. So going back to that woman. So here is even some juicier details. You know, I have that juice. No, I do. Okay, ready? She was filming, honey. And she's like, oh, I got to go. I have a family emergency. Like leaves immediately because she got tipped off and then gets arrested off camera. And yeah, so she's only been on the season. Sorry. They were filming season 2, right? They've only had season 1. Wait.
Yeah, they've only had season 1, but I didn't know what they were. I thought they were still filming season 1, but what do I know?
No, they're not. They're filming season 2. So yeah, the assistant on the show is like one of the like co-people, like not assistants, like a real person. Yeah. So like exactly the list that they would like take advantage of people. And she was arrested off camera. I'm like, you know, Bravo's so pissed they didn't get that on camera or whatever. But if she's already home, I bet you anything Bravo's going to film it. And I feel like she's now the new Teresa Giudice, except with Teresa always was like kind of hidden behind the like, well, Joe did it. I didn't know what was happening. I just signed, you know, whatever. That's not really her voice, but like something like that, much, much, much lower or whatever. And like this woman did it. Like it's not like her husband that was like some blobbity blue. It's like her. And let's talk about her face. So obviously she has massive amounts of filler in her cheeks. You can see that. So you can see her cheeks just like jetting out, but she also has filler in her bottom lip for sure and top lip. And she also, what looks like, besides Botox on her forehead, her jaw just seems so protruding. And it's interesting because that's where I feel like sometimes women, maybe she always had like a harder jawline. You know, I don't know. You know, like, and I don't know if you can soften your jawline, I think, with Botox. I don't know if you can add to it like this. I think you can with filler, but so I don't know if she's added to her jawline, but I mean, it gives off a rather angular look is how I would say that. And that combined with the like dip brow pomade eyebrows, you know, where it's just like it's a thick slick. Just, it's a little too much. It's a little intense. It reads a little mask, which, I mean, maybe that's her, you know, aesthetic. God bless. Are you there?
I am. I'm just looking for another picture of her, so maybe like we can see something different.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we'll see what. I think they're going to have to talk about it. I mean, this is just, I think it was like very early in the season. Let's see, like day 2 or 3 of shooting. So like the season's going to be about this, especially if she gets to go home and they're still filming. Holy shit.
Wow.
So Erica Jane level.
Yeah. So she like, it's crazy because they tried to cover it up by pretending that it wasn't them. And so anybody that they worked with were like, use fake names. You know, they really, really did their best to not get it to come back to them. Oh. And 100% did. And so that was the call out as well, is that it was just like, you tried to cover it up with the money laundering and all that stuff. And so it was just like, ooh, gross.
You can trace all that too. Oh, sorry, I was eating. I'm not allowed to eat on my channel. I'm so sorry, but I was trying to eat on yours. Yeah, like they can trace all of that and the movement of the money, which just adds to the case of like, how'd you get that money? You know, like, because I think it's like you also pay for the lists of vulnerable people.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's not allowed to, she's also, what is the thing she's not allowed to do? Oh, she's not allowed to transfer any large amount of monies into her bank account because of that. So anyways, let's move on from Jen Shah. All right. So another thing interesting that happened was a knife-wielding woman storms Drake's Toronto home. And I don't know if he was there. I'm not sure.
It was me.
Happened. It was Chris. So we found out.
I want Drake.
Oh my God. Drake's house looks like a hotel. I mean, unless this is another house, because remember he had that one house where I think it was a hotel. So
wait, this is his main house in like Canada or whatever, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Are you eating too?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, here's the thing. With Drake, it's like, you have to think about how much security he probably has. Like, but, I wonder how people are just crazy and will just like risk their lives for like a chance of glory, like.
It's so crazy.
You okay? Okay. God bless. Yeah. And like, there's like, what comes in threes. We've had, other celebrities, like have near death, or no, that's not true. Like near face-to-face experiences with crazy people, including Pete Davidson. The Pete Davidson story is crazy because this girl who before she even came to his house released a PR statement. Did you read that?
No.
Saying that they were like married and like in a production company together. And then he was like, no. And then 2 days later, she shows up at his house and like gets arrested. Like in New York or whatever. And that's creepy AF. And then like some other thing happened with Kendall Jenner or whatever, where like some dude like was trying to get to her, like was going to like blow something up or something. And he gets like arrested or something. And then she's like freaked out and is like not staying at her Bel Air mansion right now. She's like real anxious about it. Like TMZ is literally Kris Jenner. I mean, like Harvey Levin is Kris Jenner. Like they are like one and the same, like the Phantom, like with a mask or whatever. No, it's true. I'm telling you now, and you should know. So, I mean, like I don't, the Jenner people are just so boring. But anyway, that really did happen to Pete Davidson. Was crazy. And yeah, with Drake, it's me. I really wanted my chance. Like here's the thing: he made a baby with that French lady. I'm not saying that French lady isn't pretty. She's interesting looking. I'm saying she's interesting looking, and I'm just saying, like he likes curvier women. Well, like he likes, like D, and I like his music, and he frequently hangs out with Lebanese people.
Oh, really? In general? Like just like from Lebanon or from the US?
No, like Toronto Canadians, like Lebanese Canadians.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he's Habibi.
That's so funny you should say that because he has a friend I follow on Instagram. There's a name is like Habibi Vibes or Habibi Cafe or Habibi something like that. I'll show you that. But it's like he's like part of Drake's crew, and Drake's like always like commenting like on his stuff, and they hang out together. And I feel like that guy's my in. Also, it's Arab American Heritage Month.
Already? Again? Oh my God.
Wait, did it just end? It's April 1st. Oh, it was.
Wait, no, it is April 1st. Remember I did Arab Heritage?
I think it already ended.
No, was it March?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, Arab American. Wait, because I celebrated it last year and I tried to do it at my job and I missed it. Yeah, it's April.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Wait.
Dearborn
declares... it's April. Oh, good. We have all month long. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. I got to tell my job. It's because it's Autism Awareness Month, and so we're pushing that. And we also, I mean, not to say that all Arabs are Muslim, but we also are doing like a Ramadan situation on Ramadan.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So Ramadan is the 12th through the 14th. I mean, the 12th to the 12th.
You could have some like help break fast for them, like some dried figs or something.
So what we're gonna do, and I'm really excited about, is we're gonna have like a Ramadan little setup with the moon and the navy blue and the gold, which is like the best colors. And then we're doing, accommodating those associates like who at sunrise need to immediately go and eat, and who need to eat before sunrise.
At sunset.
And then Yeah, no, they need to eat before, because they can only eat from from sunset to sunrise.
Yeah.
You can only eat at night. So
Yeah.
we're trying to accommodate, if you come into work at 7:30 and the sun sets at 7:30, then maybe you need to not start work on time. So for this month, you'll get like the first hour off, or you start work later in order to accommodate so that you can eat and be chill before you come to work. And then those that are working during the day, making sure that they're okay, doing check-ins with them, because they're not even in water. And so they're moving boxes. It's manual labor, right? So we want to make sure that they're good. So anyways, that's what we're doing. So to say that's Arab American History Month, I got to add that on there, as well as I have to make all my Arabic food this month. Remember, I did like hummus. I did the little balls with the meat inside.
Kibbe. Do you want to come to the ranch and cook with me?
I do. I'm down at any time. Okay, so let's move on to our next segment, and that would be Saweetie and Quavo and the PlayStation. So I'm gonna let Chris explain this to you while I put up the pictures.
Okay, so honey, like Beyonce and Jay-Z, Quavo and Saweetie had footage of an elevator situation, as in Solange had an elevator footage release of like this scene. And the scene is Quavo and Saweetie fighting over, like he's manhandling her over this orange box that's a PlayStation, and it's like he sort of throws her into the elevator of what we see, and she she lands and does not get up. And then when they get out, she like hobbles out. And so that gets released. People have 1 million opinions, and she ends up releasing a statement saying that this was an unfortunate incident that they had gotten over. This was about a year ago and was not like part of not the reason why they eventually ended up splitting up. So that is what we know. And of course, like the peanut gallery, honey, is like saying, like, oh, we don't know what she did. And then like, that's one side, and obviously the other side is like, this is domestic abuse. And so it's like, it's like every opinion.
I'm actually trying to record it right now so that you guys can see it. So basically, when I watched the original one, it looks like she swipes at. Oh shit! Sorry, I'm trying to getting past this.
It looks like she had swiped at him.
Swiped at him, and then he threw her into the elevator, or wrangled her into the elevator. And then what I ended up seeing on TMZ made so much more sense. So the little clip I saw of it was like not what at all happened. And so when I see what had happened, first of all, I would like to know a little bit more about the context, but I see what happened, and I'm not as oh, he's an abuser, as I think everybody kind of is saying or thinking. I'm more so why didn't she get up off the ground? What was happening? Does she is she just tired? So she just stays down there? And she looks like she kind of limps out. So I want to know exactly what's going on. I need to know the context. I'm not here to be oh, he's an abuser and X, Y, and Z. I want to know what happened, because from what it looks like is she had something of his and made like she was going to do something. So then he grabs her and does a swing about and puts her into the elevator, and then they're in the elevator. But then there's this awkward moment where the elevator door opens up and she's on the ground, and whoever the person that wants on the elevator decides to not get on the elevator.
Oh, I didn't see that. I think about the awkward moment where he sees the camera.
Well, yeah, that happens too. And I'm pretty sure he thought he got away with it, because obviously he's well, nobody said anything, so I guess I'm good, because it was a year ago. And so what specifically she says in this TMZ thing that you had sent me is that Saweetie has broken her silence 2 days after TMZ posted the video showing her reaction of then boyfriend Quavo in the altercation in the elevator. Saweetie tells us this unfortunate incident happened a year ago. While we have reconciled since then and moved past this particular disagreement, there were simply too many other hurdles to overcome in our relationship, and we have both since moved on. Now, my thing is like, not that to say like if she's moved on, like then it doesn't matter. Like that's not what I'm trying to say at all. I guess what I'm trying to get to is, if it is a PlayStation in that box, I would like to know why he just couldn't buy himself a new one. Like, these are not poor people, right? These are not people who are like, oh my God, if you destroy my Xbox, then I don't know, what's going on. So I'm like, I need to know the context. And I know it's going to be controversial and up to debate, and people are going to be like, he's an abuser and he's all this and he's all that. You
shouldn't be touching her. I don't think you should be ever touching someone like that. But I don't know the context, but I don't like the way that he flung her in. Like, I don't have toxic I'm like, what are you going to call it? Are you going to call it passionate? You're going to call it intense? You're going to call it toxic? You're going to call it abusive? I mean, I don't have relationships, period, or any pretty much that like fall into any
you don't have anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Besides, like, whatever. So I don't know what I'm too I guess sensitive to even allow someone to enter my space that, like, I don't know, like I don't know.
But I also don't think that, what if you were with somebody and like you were just over their PlayStation? I don't know if this is what happened. You were over their PlayStation, you were over whatever it is that they were like hovering about. And so you went to grab it to kind of throw it like it didn't mean anything. But you wouldn't even do that. Right?
If someone
Times may be tough, but TMZ's got your back. We'll fill your mind.
Jay-Z with Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey.
He looks like Abraham Lincoln.
He has a nose ring. Abraham Lincoln had a nose ring?
TMZ.
Who's it like?
I'm so sorry. So when the music, when that was on, we couldn't hear anything you were saying.
Oh, sorry. All I said was when Harvey Lemon came on, I was like, look, Cristiano looks different, is what I said, because I said earlier. And I just don't like watching. I can't watch a man like touch a woman like that. It's too much. It's jarring for me.
Oh yeah, it's not jarring for me.
Okay,
it's more so like she was reaching to do whatever and he was trying to stop her. I don't feel like he was trying to hurt her. I feel like he was just trying to stop her and like pull her into the elevator because
over what, a thing, an object?
No idea, which is why I want context. But from what it looks like, it didn't look like an abuser wanting to hit someone. Now people are saying quit tripping, don't touch her, and context doesn't matter. He had no right to manhandle her like that. This one, someone says, even if she threw it at his head, he doesn't have the right to put his hands on her. To me, he didn't put his hands on her. Like, to me, he like was trying to stop her from doing something. And in that, there was a pulling. Now, if that happened to me, I would immediately exit their relationship because don't pull me.
No, that's just not you. I mean, listen, I think that I have a problem today, and what I want to say to every man or whatever, and I'm going to speak to like cisgender straight men because that is the world in which, like, in this situation we're talking, and I think, and I mean, God bless, and in my like perception, men need to be protectors and providers, and this man is not protecting. right now. So you're done. You're not being a man for me. Like, I want men that are going to be gentlemen, protectors, and providers. And like, listen, one other part of, you might say that he has provided for Saweetie, but he's not protecting Saweetie. I don't care whatever that PlayStation is, honey. Like, I don't care if it was, Animal Crossing Game Boy Special Edition. You know what I'm saying? Which is out of stock, and it's been out of stock for a long time. Nintendo Switch, the Switch. It's out of stock. Why? You can't get one. People would die over one, I'm telling you. And still you can't hit a woman over it. You can't do it. Especially someone who's going to have sex with you. Your woman? Also your woman? The woman you're supposed to protect and have? No, you should be on your knees giving her 5 of them if she wants one for some reason. And if you are playing it too much in her presence, then she is telling you now that is unacceptable and you should listen. I'm happy they're not in a relationship anymore. He doesn't deserve her. He's a little troll.
So yeah,
for dramatic effect.
Baby Nicole's mother said he flung her like an object, not a person. If she were a man, he would have expected to get hit.
Mm-hmm.
Hot Cocoa Bang Bang says, unfortunately, no circumstances is it okay to put your hand on a woman. And Fee says, right, I get that, but that's why one has to be careful. It's easy to go from a push or pull and accidentally harming somebody. And how does he reconcile that? I agree. And then Scorpio said, what really did it for me was that he didn't even try to help her up. And that is what did it for me. Like, I want to know why she's on the ground, why he didn't try to get her up, like what this thing was. Like, you could never do that to me. I don't even know that I would be in a situation. Like, even if I went to grab for somebody and someone tried to stop me and I would be like, like, what is going on? What exactly is going on?
Okay, I have 2 comments to speak to. A, Hot Cocoa Bang Bang. I'm somewhat traditional, so I agree with Chris. I know you are. JW, is he not allowed to protect himself, though, just looking from both sides? If he wanted to protect himself, he drops the box, walks away. That's how he protects himself. Because JW, if the police come and talk to him, then what he did wasn't protecting himself. A man touching a woman nowadays is not protecting himself. If he's in the situation with a woman that is being physically demanding in some way, he walks away. And if she's pinning him to the ground, or if she has anything, he just pushes, blocks her, just walks away. That's not what he did, though. He flings her into an elevator. That's just a smaller, he knows what an elevator is. No, it's not the way it's not the way you handle a woman.
No,
and that's someone you love and are being with too. This is also someone you are sexual and romantic with. You're not supposed, that energy is not, no.
What if the shoes were on the other foot and it was her swinging him into the thing? Would you feel the same way?
So is that protect? Okay, so are you talking about?
Because for me, I feel like it needs to be both ways. Like, I feel like it needs to be both. It needs to be both ways. Like, I don't think that I don't think a woman should touch a man either. Like, I would never reach to hit somebody.
I wouldn't either. I don't think everyone should touch anyone. I don't think it's personal space for sure. And I think that there's no need to. I think that no one should. But when push comes to shove, the man should never touch the woman. Mm-mm. Okay. For the same reason you don't punch down in a joke. For the same reason that we're trying to waking up the country to, an oppressive, distribution of power. There's so many ways. I think in this dynamic, there's an industry. I can't talk, but there's a inequality of physical power.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. I don't know that there would ever be a circumstance. The reason why I say I want to know the context is because I just want to know, and I'm not going to excuse his behavior at all. But the way that way it was being talked about was that he like hit her, or like I've seen somebody push somebody into an elevator maliciously, and that wasn't that for me. That was, you put this thing here, I want to stop you from doing it, and in the process I grab you and swing you. But I don't necessarily know that the idea was to maybe the idea, you know what I mean? Like, I guess I'm just thinking of intent. And most
he's not a toddler, like, he doesn't know his strength. It isn't like, like, be gentle, like, what? Like, he's a grown-ass man.
Okay. I can fully agree with that. I can fully agree with that.
I love like people being like, I'm traditional like Chris.
That's fine. All right. So, I'm going to get read to filth for my commentary, but it's okay. It is what it is. Now here's another video. And remember I just discovered this, when you play the video, you can't see it. This is something that I found on the internet. I found on Instagram, and so many people were like, oh my God, this brought me to tears. Oh my God. Like, this was the best thing ever. I wish that would happen in the US, X, Y, and Z. I'm just going to play it for you guys.
Yana's here.
You guys are missing what's happening. I'm going to play it one more time.
No, we're watching it. How many, like, I can't point. No. What's wrong with me? I can't do this.
Okay, so it's playing one more time. Let me stop it because so a woman puts her stroller in the thing, right? In the subway car. Then she walks out to get on the phone. Then, stay clear of the closing doors, please. And she has left her baby carriage with her baby in the subway. Then this man holding a beer, who's clearly drunk, pulls the stroller, looks inside, then takes a swig, comes out of the subway car, which I guess we assume is at the next stop, and is just sitting there drinking, rocking the baby back and forth. And the woman comes from wherever she comes from, hugs him, puts her head in there, checks the baby, then grabs him, pulls him to his feet in order to hug him because she's so relieved. And I'm just like, first of all, this is fake. It's fake. How do I get it to stop?
We watch this video over and over again. Yeah. There is no way in which I would leave a metro, walk off a subway to answer a phone call with a baby carriage in there. That's bananas.
Steer clear of the closing doors, please. Like, does she not know how subways work? That's why I know this is fake. And everybody was so crazy about it. They were like, oh my God, somebody, the world is such a good place. And this is like obviously in some Spanish speaking country because there's a lot of like Spanish words on top of it. And I'm just like, that is so. And he's like, baby, okay, so I'm going to just sit outside here. I'm going to wait for the mom to come. And then I'm going to just sit and rock the baby's seat. It is so fake. No, it's so fake.
The swig he takes right when he takes his like step off is crazy. And I also feel like the footage, it doesn't feel like the angle of normal security footage. What it feels like is like if I'm shooting it right here and then I just like put some sort of like filter over, like security filter over it,
It was just it was so terrible, and people were dying over it. And I was like, why are people dying over this fake ass video? Okay. Oh my God, we're close. We're 54 minutes, Chris. Like we We were almost out. So let's move on to our very last segment, which is called I'm Into It. And so Chris has something that she's into that I'm really hoping that I took a picture of it and added it on here. I mean, I took a picture of it. Did I add it on here?
I texted it to you.
Go ahead and talk to us about what you're into.
Okay, so here's the thing, guys. One thing to know about me is that I love a fruity candy. Like, no, like a chewy fruity chew. Okay, like remember if you're like in my case and want to like the fruit snacks of our youth used to be little pebbles and they'd come in cherry, strawberry, or grape. 3 flavors. You get packets and they were like little chewy, I mean tiny pebbles. And they used to be so fucking good. I used to love them. I can't find them anywhere. And I've gone to like from Ralph's to Vaughn's to Albertsons to Stater Brothers. And if you ever know what I'm talking about and you can find them for me, I will pay you whatever you want. Okay. So know that I love them. However, I've always been so now like when it comes to like fruits, now they're there. When it comes to fruit snacks, I'm really into like the Scooby-Doo ones from the Betty Crocker. I think that they have like a really artificial yummy taste or whatever. But recently I've remembered these ones. Sorry, it takes a long time to remember how to point. Okay. Side note is, in Los Angeles, there's this restaurant called Casita del Campo, and the bottom of Casita del Campo is the best camp drag theater in LA. It's called the Cavern Club, and I performed there. We'll see what happens like now after COVID. However, when you descend the staircase, Mr. Dan, who runs that theater, always has a bowl of candy, and most often he has this kind, and I haven't had this kind in a long time. And when I went to the supermarket for Easter, they have them, and I was like, oh yeah, they're such fun Easter candies. Now, these are not what I was saying over the fruit snacks. They're candies, but they are specifically the Tootsie Rolls that we all know and love, like the chocolate ones. I don't love the chocolate Tootsie Rolls in a fruit chew in a myriad of different flavors. They have cherry, grape, vanilla, lime, lemon, orange, blue, raspberry, grape. Did I say grape? I mean, and they are so good, and they like a chew is just so satisfying. I eat the whole thing, and then on Amazon, this is where it gets bad. You can prime yourself some. And even though, as you see, I've been really trying to lose weight, I feel like I look very clavicle right now, which is making me happy. I bought a 5-pound bag. Okay, listen, a 5-pound bag. Wow. 5 pounds of this candy. Wow.
Girl.
Because as I would say, and as the segment is called, I'm into it.
Okay.
I love them. So I just want you to know I toggle between like Chanel foundation and I'm into it, and being like Tootsie Roll Fruity Chews. I'm into it.
I feel like the Tootsie Roll Fruity Chews are way more relatable.
No shit.
It was a good choice. Okay, so mine was, did I save it? I didn't actually save it and put it on here. So I'm just gonna show it to you on my phone. Hopefully you can see it. But basically, it's this video that someone caught of this mama bear, this black bear, that has about 5 cubs. Okay. And the mama bear, come on, Instagram. The mama bear is on one side of the road and traffic is stopped on both sides. They're going this way and they're going the other way, right? So the person who's at the front of one of the roads watches this mama bear grab one bear by the scruff of the neck and like crosses the street to the other side, drops off that baby, walks back, grabs another one who was climbing the pole, who's climbing like a telephone pole, one of those wood ones, grabs his ass, then goes across the street again. And 2 or 1 follows her. And then she drops that one off. And as she turns around to go get the rest, the one who was following her turns back around and goes back towards, turns to go back to the pole again. And it is so... You can't really see it. It's a long video too. Look, she takes one over.
Hey, buddy.
And then that one follows her. Deposits those two.
All right. Well,
And
you stay
then
there now. What are you doing?
Another one comes over on its own.
Well,
then she goes back and grabs this one off the pole to try to take it.
One. You know, that one's the one that gives her all the like,
come on.
issues.
Come on, come on. Okay. No, come. Okay, here we go. Hey. Okay, come. We are trying to
Do you see these cars? Do you see these people waiting for you? Do you see what I have?
It is so stinking cute. So she then this one runs back and she has to go get it, and then the other one comes running back. It's just like a whole situation to the point where no one can go out and help her, right? Because she's obviously going to attack the shit out of whoever gets out of their car. But it's if only you had hands. If only you had hands, this would not be an issue. Or you only had the 3, but it's there's 5 of them and they're just running amok back and forth in the street.
Yeah.
So anyways, that is what I'm into. That was my favorite video of the week. It makes me happy. I think I'll watch it when I'm at work so that I could be happy. All right, you guys. So that is the end of this episode. I want to thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, those of you on Facebook who joined us. I know my service is a little shoddy right now, so the end of this might not be as amazing. And we are doing this every Thursday at 8 p.m. So we hope that you will join us. If you would like to give us topics to talk about, you can email me at justcallmewa@gmail.com.
It says in the ticker.
Oh, and the ticker is all of my, things. If you would like to show me some love monetarily for, all the stuff that I have coming up in my life, IVF and being a single mom. I'm just hoping I have a little bit of money afterwards. But if you wanted to find Chris, you could socialize with Chris on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Chris L. Farah. The L is for Lebanese. And you see that across the bottom.
Arab American Heritage Month.
And that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Chris, I'll let you do your outro. Whatever you want to say.
Okay. You guys, thank you so much for just coming and chilling with us. I just love hanging out with you. I love obviously hanging out with Waht. So it's we get to hang out. Waht really did it when it came to figuring out for us how to hang out in this pandemic. So can we just give it a little snaps? Make sure you are, liking this video, comment after it gets uploaded. Yeah, you guys are the best. Happy Easter. Oh, Waht, I wanted a list. What are you doing for Easter, Waht? Oh,
nothing.
Okay.
Ladani, I mean, we're going to try to have an Easter egg hunt for Ladani, but it most likely won't pan out. I think the Easter eggs would have to be really interesting for him to care about them. So we're going to try to do something, but it's not going to be an event. What are you doing?
Well, let me just say this. At the winery I went to, they have an outdoor situation in Temecula. I'm not going to do this, but they had a doggy Easter egg hunt. So if you do one for Ladani, you should also hide some treats, then just film Ladani and Charlie just ramaging through your backyard. I mean, that'll be memory for life. Mm-hmm.
I can give him some bunny ears.
Yeah, how cute. I mean, that's what it's for. That's why you have a dog, for that kind of stuff. All
right, you guys. Well, my name is Wahima, but just call me.
Other than that, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking. That's why I was confused. Other than that, I love you guys. Take care of yourselves and each other. Stand up for what you believe and make art. I'm Chris.
Remember to have a fantastic day, you guys. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye. All right. Ending in 5, 4, 3, 2,